Yeah, you read the title right. Marvel Studios, the one that brought us the Infinity Saga, is honestly quite desperate at the moment. Why is that though? Well, with the recent announcement of some of the cast members in the upcoming Avengers film, Avengers Doomsday, dropping today, I want to use that as well as another point to show why Marvel Studios is desperate for some big box office hits. Speaking about the Avengers Doomsday cast announcements, let's quickly talk about those. So this morning as I'm recording this, Marvel Studios dropped this video on their socials, showing some of the cast members' names on chairs with Iron Man, Dr. Doom, at the end sitting in his own chair. It's a very straightforward casting announcement for the movie, but my main problem is that they basically just brought everyone back for this movie. You obviously have your main Marvel characters that have had movies in the past 5 years, such as Thor, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Ant-Man, the Thunderbolts, since their movie comes out next month, Shuri's Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and obvious picks like that, but oh great. We have other characters like the Fantastic Four and even some of the original X-Men showing up. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see names like Alan Cumming and James Marsden coming back as their respected characters from the X-Men movies, but when these characters have died before in the past, it kinda just feels desperate. Plus that's not even mentioning the fact that Professor X has died 3 times before this, but he's coming back too. The only one out of the X-Men that actually feels good to be back is Channing Tatum as Gambit, because he was good in Deadpool and Wolverine and deserves another shot as the character. But alright, let's move on to some of the other characters, such as the Fantastic Four. It's a given that they're going to be here since the Avengers are facing Dr. Doom, who is mainly a Fantastic Four villain, but I don't like how they're connecting the new Fantastic Four movie to the overall MCU. It kind of damages that film as well, because with seeing the trailer, it feels like it's going to be its own thing with the movie being set in a different time period to the rest of the MCU. But nope. Marvel decided to ruin that with this casting, as it's just been confirmed that this version of the Fantastic Four will be in the main MCU after all. As much as that sucks, how about we just talk about the rest? We have obvious characters that are going to show up, which is fine, but we also have Wyatt Russell as John Walker.
Who?
Oh yeah, that other Captain America from the Disney Plus show Falcon and Winter Soldier. At least for people that haven't seen him in that Disney Plus show, at least I'll be able to see him in the new Thunderbolts movie. But let's be real, that movie ain't making much money. This new Avengers movie also has Loki. What? Isn't he dead? Well, he died in Infinity War, but ended up still being alive after that. But spoilers for Loki. He even ended up dying at the end of season 2 in the Disney Plus show, so how was he here? They don't care? Ah, okay. Wait, actually, never mind everything I said about the casting. M'Baku is back. Jokes aside though, the casting reveal kinda just feels like Marvel wanted to bring absolutely everyone that's played a Marvel character back into this one movie, and at this point, I honestly would not be surprised if Nicolas Cage comes back as Ghost Rider. With the main point of my argument done, how about we talk about some of their more recent movies and the box office? If this was about a year or 2 ago, this point would have been much bleaker than it is now, thanks to Deadpool and Wolverine giving the studio a movie that made over $1 billion, but look at the recent 3 movies and tell me which one actually made the studio a profit. Yeah, that's right. It was the Marvels. No, it's obviously Deadpool and Wolverine. This is honestly a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I talked about Deadpool and Wolverine when it came out last year, and even though I thought it was pretty good, I think it's given Marvel Studios the mindset that doing multiversal stuff is the way to go with the studio's future. The Marvels was a movie that I honestly thought just looked boring as shit, so I didn't even bother with it, and I think a lot of people were in the same mindset since it only made $200 million worldwide, and with an almost $400 million budget. Wait, what? I have to go on a little tangent here. How does this almost cost $400 million? That's not including advertising. Throw another $100 to $150 million on that. It's just insane. Getting into the recent Captain America movie that only made $400 million worldwide with a $425 million budget, that's including advertising, which isn't as bad, but it's still a $25 million loss for the studio. And let's compare that to, say, Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, that's a lot of money. Yeah, $1.3 billion at the box office with a $200 million budget. Maybe add another $100 million for advertising, and that movie alone is a $1 billion profit movie for the studio. Disney and Marvel would have seen the dollar signs after this movie did so well, especially for an R-rated movie, and they obviously came out of that thinking that they should make more multiversal movies, even though Deadpool and Wolverine makes fun of that premise. Yeah, they kind of missed the point on that one, didn't they? But at the end of the day, money talks, and with the studio having about 4, maybe 5 movies that did well out of 12 movies that have released over the past 5 years, it's no wonder why they're going with more multiversal movies. 3 out of those 4 or 5 movies are multiversal movies. They probably think that general audiences want to see more of those movies, even though long-time superhero fans are getting sick of the multiversal plot. Personally, I'd just rather have more solo Marvel movies of characters that haven't been shown in this universe yet, like, get Blade's movie done. Get a new Ghost Rider movie. Shit, even give Channing Tatum his own Gambit movie. I would definitely prefer that over this multiversal bullshit where we have to get different versions of characters all the time. It's like, it's so overdone. But hey, they're doing it just to put butts in seats, and obviously it works. I still find it funny that the post-credits scene for the Marvels is the most important out of phases 4 and 5. Thanks, Matt, for the tweet. Hey people, just before the video ends, I wanted to sit down and talk about my YouTube channel since, let's be real, I'm really struggling at the moment. The viewership has really died as of recently, and I'm struggling financially because of that. And obviously, since I'm struggling financially, I do need your help. I'm actively looking for work at the moment since I'm making no money on YouTube, but in the meantime, while I'm looking for work, I would appreciate it if you guys put up my playlists, watch them in the background and whatnot, because the ad revenue would really help me out a lot. I appreciate your support a lot, even for the people that have still stuck around whilst there's been no videos for almost 2 months. And if you do want to support me financially, check out my Patreon. I'm going to be posting more often on there now, because I've got videos ready for it in like preparation for the Black Ops video. I have commentary tracks I'm going to be uploading once a week. I've got things ready for that. So check it out if you want to. Should be up there, links in the description. With the Black Ops video, everything just came to a standstill where I was working on the one thing for honestly over 2 weeks, and yeah, if you can hear in the background, I did a 115 cover. I'm still not happy with my main vocals. I like my growls and stuff like that, I'm good with that. But my main vocals I think suck, so look, I'm at the point where I'm at least happy with most of it, so I'm cool with that, but I had to learn how to use a DAW and how to mix music from scratch. I've done some like live mixing and stuff before, but I've never touched DAWs and done anything like that. And mixing actual songs in like an application on your computer. Never done that before, so I had to learn it from scratch, and I honestly spent over a week just dialing in my guitar tone with the mix. It was a nightmare. But the video should be out sometime next month. I will guarantee that it is going to come out sometime next month. I am actively recording the video at the moment since I've got to a point where I'm happy with the cover. Not happy with my main vocals, but I'm happy with my growls at least. I'm working on my singing voice because in the mix, I think my voice is fucking terrible. But, you know, I gotta get better at singing, I guess. I can growl, but I can't sing. Anyways, with that aside, I would appreciate it if you do go check out some of my playlists and watch some of my videos. It would help me out. And if you do want to support me financially, check out my Patreon. As I said, it'll be up there or in the description, or be one of the title cards at the end of the video. But anyways, I will see you all next time. Also, the PSA Archive TikTok's back.